People say money can buy anything, but what if the only thing a billionaire wants is forgiveness from a woman who is already dead? This is the story of Chief Damian Okafor, whose wife still walks the mansion at exactly 2 a.m. Everyone in Victoria Island had a version of the story. Some said Chief Damian Okafor, the billionaire oil magnate, still had footsteps outside his bedroom at 2 a.m. Others swore they'd seen the shadow of a woman in white pass the top balcony of the mansion long after midnight. The woman was his wife, Amara, dead for 8 months. But the truth was deeper than rumors. Damian felt those footsteps every night. They weren't ghosts to him, they were reminders that money cannot buy peace, and secrets never stay buried forever. Real life lesson here: wealth can hide pain, but it cannot silence guilt. Amara had died in what the newspapers called a tragic household accident, but people close to the family knew something felt off. Amara was vibrant, careful, always alert. People like her didn't just sleep and fall. That night, after the funeral, Damian returned alone to the mansion. At exactly 2 a.m., the chandelier lights flickered, and he heard the familiar rhythm of her heels on the marble floor. Talk. 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 He froze. The pain he buried cracked open again. Moral lesson: you can run from the truth, but the truth will always find its way back home. The marriage people envied was never perfect. Amara grew up poor, Damian grew up wealthy. She brought humanity into his life, but he brought pressure, expectations, and secrets into hers. They loved each other, but love alone could not carry the weight of mistrust, business deals with dangerous people, and long nights spent arguing over things that should have been discussed calmly. The 2 a.m. footsteps were a reminder of how much they failed to communicate, how many confessions never made it past their lips. Lesson: relationships die the moment communication dies. Silence is the root of many tragedies. One morning, Mama Oduak, the oldest worker in the mansion, approached Damian trembling. "Oga, I think Madam Amara never left this house," she whispered. She told him she'd seen Amara's favorite door, the library, swing open by itself at 2 a.m. She'd heard soft humming, the exact song Amara used to sing while watering her flowers. Damian dismissed it, but his heart pounded. Because he had heard those same things too. Lesson: ignoring a problem doesn't remove it. It only gives it more power. Damian finally accepted what haunted him, not ghost, but regret. He had been planning to confess something to Amara the night she died. He had invested their family money into a risky private deal. He had lied to her. He had lost over 800 million naira. Amara never found out. But she did find the documents he hid. Their final argument happened just minutes before the accident. Lesson: honesty is hard, but dishonesty destroys silently. If you're enjoying this story so far, hit the like button so YouTube knows to show it to more people. And tell me in the comments, do you believe spirits return to finish unfinished business? Amara's brother, Emeka, returned from the UK after months of silence. He believed Amara's death wasn't accidental. He questioned Damian, checked security footage, and interviewed staff. The more he dug, the more he realized the truth wasn't supernatural, something human was lurking under the surface. When Emeka mentioned hiring a private investigator, Damian panicked for the first time. Lesson: if your hands are clean, you won't fear investigation. The investigator discovered something shocking. The mansion's CCTV camera at the staircase, where Amara supposedly slept, was the only camera that had stopped working that night. Someone had disabled it. Even more shocking, Amara had received a mysterious message 1 hour before her death. "He will confess tonight. Be ready." Who sent it? And why? Lesson: nothing done in darkness stays hidden forever. Determined to face his nightmares, Damian stayed awake one night and followed the footsteps himself. They led him to the library. Then to the staircase. Then to Amara's art studio, her most sacred space. There he found a locked drawer he had never touched since her death. Inside was a diary. And inside the diary was a truth he wasn't prepared for. Amara knew everything. She knew about the lost money. She forgave him. She wrote a whole letter to him the night she died. But she never got to give it to him. Lesson: sometimes the forgiveness we don't receive is the one we needed the most. The real twist came when Emeka uncovered a disturbing detail. The head of security, Mr. Baligan, had been bribed to sabotage the camera. But not by Damian. By someone trying to hurt Damian. A jealous business partner wanted Damian destroyed. They tried to stage Amara's death as his fault, knowing it would break him forever. Amara saw the intruder that night. She confronted him. She died trying to protect Damian. Lesson: loyalty is proved in silence, not in public declarations. The truth set Damian free, emotionally and spiritually. He apologized to Amara at her graveside, thanking her for loving him even when he failed her. That night, for the first time in 8 months, the mansion was silent. No footsteps. No humming. No moving shadows. Peace had finally entered the house. Damian used his wealth differently afterward. He built a women's skill center in Amara's name, supported young families, and repaired broken relationships he had ignored for years. Moral of the entire story: secrets destroy families. Money cannot save a guilty conscience. Love must be nurtured, not assumed. The truth heals, even when it hurts. And sometimes, the ghosts we see are simply the consequences we avoided for too long. If this story touched you or taught you a lesson, subscribe for more Nigerian stories, mysteries, and real-life teachings. Your engagement helps this channel grow.